Hello everybody, welcome to another Toonkind D&D at 12 FPS. My name's Staria. I'm here with my lovely, amazing, talented friend. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sharoo. This is my first time on AI. I have not done a lot of
Yippee!
voice games in general, and so we will see how this goes.
Yeah, it'll be a great time. But yeah, and either way, this is Tinker Team Up. Uh, and I will be playing YuMi. The M is capitalized. This is very important. It's part of the branding. And you want to tell us who you're playing?
I'm gonna be playing Matilda Millwright. She is a dog with negative wisdom and a
Yippee!
matching lack of self-preservation.
We love to see it. Sorta. We love to see the folks. We don't love to see the lack of self-preservation. But either way, um. So yeah, how is Matilda doing? Is she new to town? Is she what's up with her?
um, she has moved into town fairly recently after managing to get enough money to actually set up the workshop. And since then, she kind of gathered a reputation because she is the person you go to if you need like check up on your augments or if you're a robot. Because she has a very specific model of working. You pay as much or as little as you can.
Oh,
So if you're rich, you can basically pay for others, and if you're poor, you don't have to worry about that. She has been managing fairly well, all things considered. The place is very small, but it's a job of love, so she's doing it.
yeah, nice. That sounds nice. So I think, based on that, I think Yumi has seen like news of new mechanics place, and as a mechanic herself, she is very intrigued. So I think she's just gonna like hop on over, see what's all this talk about a new workshop is.
Heck yeah. Hmm.
So I think she's just gonna I think she's just gonna let herself in. Just like if there's like a sign that says like open, she's just gonna walk on in. Just like
Yeah.
yo.
There is just a door with a little handmade sign. And as she enters, she sees like a little line on the door get pulled, and she sees this elaborate system, like a Rubens Goldberg machine, going up on the upper edge of the wall, all the way to the back room, and suddenly there's like an orchestra going up there.
Oh hell yeah.
Uh,
She
there are
she already likes this place.
Yeah, the place itself is like it is messy. There's like a few stations, I don't know what the word is in English, but like when you go to the doctors, there's this little bunk you can sit on, that kind of stuff. Uh, there are
Yeah.
parts. There is at least several severed hands, but are robotic, so it's not gore. Don't worry about it. Uh,
It's a
and yeah,
different
so
kind of mad science.
a different kind of math science. So yeah, you basically see this Rube Goldberg machine going up all the way to the back rooms, and there's just noise over noise. There's bells going on or going off. There's an air horn. Uh, you promptly hear like someone stumbling and the cartoonishly appropriate amount of stuff falling over. And then the door opens, and out of it exits this shortish yellow dog. All right. Good morning. What can I help you with?
Yo, I heard you're new in town, so I just wanna check in.
Oh, all right. Uh,
As one mechanic from one mechanic to another.
You see her ears like perk up alongside with her eyebrows. Oh, nice to meet you. She has to lean over the counter because it is covered in like toolboxes and everything you can imagine. But she extends her hand.
Okay.
There is still like a little bit of oil on it.
Yumi will shake her hand, and you can definitely see the but she has some gauntlets on her hands that are like very obviously mechanical, and well, her whole thing is very steampunk esque. So yeah, definitely a mechanic.
You can see the little sparkles in her eyes. Like she is like angling her head to get a better look at those. As long as she shakes your hand and then she lets go and tries not to make it seem like she was staring. Anyway, my name is Matilda. Of the Millwrights. What do I call you?
Name's Yumi, but with the M's capitalized, part of branding.
See, I see. You can tell she is like very used to it. I mean, a lot of her clients are also robots, so capitalization is different for those kind of folk. Oh,
Yeah.
you were interested. What can I do for you? She like stumbles to the side, has to push off a big pile of papers of the little flap that opens in the counter so she can pass through actually. And then she's before you. Uh, I don't know how tall Yumi is.
I don't remember, but I think I put her in like 5'6" ish or 5'4". I can't remember, something around there.
Yeah, so Matilda is shorter if not counting the years. She is
Yeah,
like she's
and
short,
Yumi is a real kind human,
aren't you?
and
Uh,
she just kind of looks around, just like, well, well, you see, I heard, as I said, I heard there's a new mechanic in town, so I wanted to see, what's up, and, I don't know, maybe you need some help or something?
hmm. You see her like consider it. Well, what do you offer? I guess there's a lot of different types of help, after all.
You can definitely tell by her face that she did not think that far. She is trying to be a better person, and by being a better person, it's like, oh yes, offering help is something people do, right? And did not think that much further than that.
Oh my god, I love her.
It's like, yeah, Moria told me to be a better person and and nicer because that's what people do around here. I'll be nice. I'll offer help. What do you mean I need to specify what kind of help?
Oh, that's fucking hilarious, honestly.
So there's just an awkward like silence, just like ah.
uh, Matilda like bounces on her feet, like, don't worry, don't worry. Thank you for the offer. I'm just well, suppose. Well, I have a lot of different types of help. Sometimes my clients help by just helping me around the place. You know?
All right. Yeah, seems fair. Definitely not embarrassed by that blunder.
You can tell Matilda absolutely does not freaking notice. Oh goodness. Uh,
Yumi, by definition, is a rude girl. She is trying so hard to not be a rude little bastard, the rude little bastard she is, and being nice because that's what people do around here, I guess.
oh no, the social obligation.
Give her points for trying, I guess. At E for effort, an E for effort.
Gold star.
Bronze at best.
uh, so, Matilda is just like Matilda is not staying in place. She is like, though she's not breaking contact with YuMi, or like, so like she's like still in the conversation. She's like walking around, trying to clean up the place, sorting things through or moving things, and she is like all over the place. This woman does not stop. Uh,
Yumi's just gonna following her around, just like, yeah, okay. But she doesn't know what to do, really. But she's give her some slack for trying, or cut
Matilda
her
is
some
like
slack. That's the game.
Matilda is like moving around, and she picks up the box and then turns to me. Well, you said you were interested. What can I do for you?
Well,
Ma-
uh,
hmm?
I don't know. I don't know. Compare notes. I'm kind of new to round ankle, so you probably have different methods of different styles of, you know.
You see Matilda light up. Actually, uh, her tail is wagging. Oh, I would love that. Actually, any kind of knowledge I can get is useful.
Yeah.
So if you want to share something, well, I'll be very much down. I can show you some of my methods too. Actually, she like puts down the box. You can hear something glass inside break. It is not a good sound. And she is like already running to another spot where she has some other paper stack. All right, where is this? Where is this? No, 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 no. And she's like sorting through this page by page and it's flying all around. She finally finds it, and it looks like it looks like a usual notebook. It has been through a lot. This is at least several years old, and it has been rigorously carried around to its detriment. Uh, you can tell that whatever is inside has weathered a lot of misadventures. Okay, okay. Let me see. Let me see. What kind of work do you do with mechanics, actually?
Well, my previous business before I came here was mostly weapon making, and she like takes the oversized wrench that is resting on her back currently, and just like she like for a second she thinks about doing a swing to show it off, and then thinks better of it.
God. Well, Matilda's like looking through her things. I'm more of a medical specialist. I don't know if I can help much. Uh, mm,
You can do medical stuff with, well, I, I didn't think there's the technology for that was available here. You can like impulse
well,
and stuff.
like you see Matilda stipple her fingers, kind of like, well, it is available. It's just extremely costly. That's what
Ah,
I'm here for. And you see her absolutely like light up.
yeah, that
I'm
makes
good.
sense.
I'm trying to make it available even to the people who can't afford it. It's not fair that it's not available just because you don't have money.
Yeah,
Uh,
back where I'm from, the yeah, money's pretty important. So couldn't
hmm.
there was way more advanced tech, but you know, not as much availability.
You see her frown, like this is something that legitimately like makes her upset. Well, if you ever get hurt, you know who to call for. I know some basic medicine with humanity, with well, humans. with real kinds. I do specialize in robotics, but I can at least patch you up.
Nice. I did get a few basic first aid courses. The One of the folks in town is very insistent on getting us all up to speed, considering everyone here gets into a lot of trouble.
You don't have to tell me. I've seen it.
Yeah, though.
Heard about it from my clients, that's for certain.
Yeah, though you're new in town. Do you know about the things that currently happen around here? Cause if you're not, I can catch you up to speed as much as I can.
Mm, I've been kind of focused on the shop, so not really.
Well, there's things happening lately. There's these aberrations popping up around, and well, if you do encounter them, well, Detective Moria's the name to call for, cause she's the lead detective on these cases. Could probably find more about if you just looked for her name in the news or something. I'm her
See, I
assistant.
see. Oh, well, thank you very much.
We go way back, so yeah.
uh, mm. Matilda is just like still looking for her notes between the conversation. This is someone who multitasks, even if it would be better for her not to. Uh,
Deep mood.
deep mood. Well, no, well, no. Hmm. Hmm. How about she like slides over and shows you a diagram? It seems to be an old scheme for repair works for someone with a mechanical arm. And she's like trying to see if like anything she used is useful to you, or if it's just everything about it you just know already.
Well, there's probably some overlap, but she knows. But it'll never be the exact same. So there's probably a few things that are like a first time for her, and you know she does note that some of the arm repair stuff can be applied to her gauntlets, which she she, she kind of snaps her fingers, and like there's sparks coming from one of them, and you can
Boy,
if you tell that this one's also a weapon, aka
uh,
it's her artificer shit.
uh, Matilda sees the sparks and like instinctively hides the notebook because oh my god, half of the things in here are flammable, and she does not have the money for insurance.
The
The economy is in shambles.
economy is indeed in shambles. Yeah, uh, yeah, and Yumi is just like, uh, I had words, I no longer have them. I forgot. Uh, I'm very good at FPSing, if you can't tell.
Don't worry about it.
And yeah, so she just kind of, if there's like a box somewhere that's like is around the size of like words. Hold on. She sits on a box nearby. She like sits on a box, takes her one of the gauntlets off of her hands, and just like kind of fiddles with it to show Matilda the inner mechanics of it.
If this dog's eyes were not permanent swirls, they would be stars right now. Her tail is going crazy in the back. Oh my goodness. Just I point at these so they are nerds.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Tilda's basically just she grabbed a fresh page in another notebook and she's like sketching stuff. Not the exact schematics, but more like the ideas that it brings her, like certain types of like how things could connect, how to make some things more efficient, that kind of stuff. I'm not an engineer. I cannot like give specifics.
Yeah.
What do you take me for? I'm a language major.
What do you think I am? Some kind of what? I do you think I am a nerd? Well, I am, but not mechanics nerd. Uh,
That phase when you get the loving games autism instead of being good at mechanics autism.
yeah, for real, for real.
Oh, goodness.
And hold on, I lost my words. I tend to do that. Uh, so I think Yumi just kind of starts rambling about uh her previous work, which hint hint nudge nudge Project Moon. So it's probably some flavor of a little messed up. Of about how casual she's talking about it.
Yeah, Tilda is just like at the first instance, she's like, "What?"
Yeah. Okay. It's a different place. It's a very different place to here. So it's a lot of different standards. So
Mm. She doesn't want to be judgmental, but like human rights violation exactly being you can't be judgmental about that. Thank you.
yeah. Uh, if if it helps, and it probably doesn't, Yumi does not seem to be phased at all by the semi horror stories she is telling.
Yeah, no, Tilda is just like looking at her like that. This is freaking. Do you need help, lady?
And she's like, nah, I'm here now, so you know.
Hmm. Oh goodness. Um.
And then she's just like, oh, I've always wanted to open a workshop of my own in here. So, got any tips, any tricks? Because it
Uh.
seems you're more in the business than I am.
mm, Matilda like puts her hands to her chin. She's thinking about this very hard. Well, it depends on what your requirements would be for like space and location and everything. This
Space
spot
is
was
not a
the.
problem.
Huh.
I can make my own.
She's like tilting her head that she's like, oh, well, if space isn't a problem, then you could just as well get an apartment somewhere in downtown that will at least be cheaper. Uh, it might come with some problems though. You know how it is. If electricity cuts out, that's a problem. Uh, you can see that she has had a lot of like things to consider before she moved to this place, and like, yeah, it works, but some aspects are just well, she is on a budget, unfortunately.
Yeah,
If
too
you don't have what you like what you have, as they say.
Toonkind or not, capitalism still sucks.
That's one thing that those two can shake hands on.
for real, for real.
Uh, yeah. Huh? She's like, but she's like genuinely considering. You can tell that Yumi asking that is like making her okay. This is a serious, important thing. I need to actually provide some good advice here.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yumi does appreciate it. She's not good at, the being nice part, but she is, trying, I think.
yeah. Basically, Matilda starts off listing things that are important, and she starts kind of walking off and like picking stuff up and writing stuff up, and suddenly she's like behind the counter and she's like doing five other things. She is like compiling lists. Well, this woman does not stop to breathe. Oh my god, what is happening, lady?
Yeah.
Why are you juggling?
I'm tempted to roll something to see how well Yumi's keeping up.
Go for it.
What, straight intelligence?
I suppose, yeah.
Alright.
Intelligence like is responsible in D&D for attention span, I think. So
Well, just keeping up pretty well.
let me see what she rolled. I have all her stuff open. Oh, that's a good. Yeah. So basically, Matilda is like dissecting to you the neighborhood and the available places in the neighborhood. Like she has listed like at least a dozen places with different locations, different prices, different benefits and drawbacks, different areas, like whether the neighborhood is good or bad. Um, she mentions where like some city locations are, like where not to go, who preferably not talk to and stuff like that. And then like after she has been doing this for at least 15 minutes, she finally realizes, wait, she has been doing this for a while, and looks at the Yumi again, and like, did I talk too fast?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Uh, so yeah, she nods and like, I could like help you look or maybe compile your list or something like that. I have been looking into a lot of locations, so with luck, most of the stuff I checked out should still be available. Maybe the new things come open up.
I'll probably see if there's, one closer, if there's a location closer to, Moria's detectives agency. It's good to
Mm,
be close by. I also kind of live
true,
there, so, you know.
true. Admittedly, I have not been checking other parts of town because the rent is through the roof. And I need money for my patients. I don't have time to spend for other stuff.
You know what? Fair.
Um, money sure is money.
Yeah,
uh,
money sure is money.
yeah.
Also, hello,
Tilda is,
Liz.
uh, Tilda is just like as she puts away the notes after she's rumbled off, and then she hear the Rubens Goldberg machine, but a different one this time, goes off, and she like very gently stops her head. Oh god, oh goodness, I was supposed to be working on another thing. One moment. She rushes into the back room and comes back with what looks to be like a mechanical pie. She like it's a work in progress since she's finishing it up. So yeah, she just lays it down the table and goes to work with it, but she's like still in the conversation.
Yep.
Well,
Yuri's just like, um, you, you need help with that?
well, she like looks at. Hmm. if you could hold it down for a moment, I need to tighten this, but I don't have enough strength to like keep it in places. I need forearms.
Yeah, sure.
Making another set of arms would be so useful sometimes. Um,
Pretty sure
so,
there's pretty sure pretty sure there's a movie star with forearms. Whatever.
come again?
Yumi's just like, pretty sure there's a movie star with forearms who would probably help.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug, and don't worry about it.
Tilda is a little bit too focused to actually hear that. Breaking news, March mentioned.
Flashing March mentioned. Sun boy mentioned.
Stamp that on your bingo cards. But yeah, the moment you like hold, she like shows you where to hold down, and the moment you do, she goes into laser focus. She leans forward, uh, pulls out a pair of glasses from her hammer space, and puts them on. And she goes on to screw some things together, uh, adjust there and that, make sure that everything is in one shape. This thing is very DIY, so to say. You can kind of you can see like it's made from recycled parts in a lot of places, um, or that like some parts of the metal are slightly dented, even though it looks like also someone has attempted to at least like smooth them back out. Uh, so yeah, this would not fly in a regular hospital, but for a budget place like this, you suppose this works. If it
Yeah,
works, it works.
if it works, it works. Don't question
Okay.
about it. It's the tune logic.
The tune logic. Yeah, Matilda is like adjusting this, checking if the joints move correctly, readjusting because they're too tight, then too loose, then just right, like it's the Goldilocks story. You know the stuff. Alright, just this and this. Um, you can. She is just like freaking words. Um, she goes on like this, and it's like even though you're right there, it's like you're not there. It's that kind of narrow vision.
Mm-hmm. Laser focus.
Yep. uh she's like sticking her tongue out just slightly. It's the whole shebang.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of shebang, as she adjusts the freaking ankle, that's the part of the body, right? I always forget ankles and elbows in English. I don't know why. Um, the thing, like you can see like small spring just pop out of it with a appropriately sounding of boing, and she just like sighs. Ah, goodness, this again. I don't have more springs for this. She's like trying very hard to put it back in and readjust it. It's a little frustrating by judging by the slight furrow of her brow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Yumi's like nodding along, just like, yep, learning time. How old is Matilda, by the way?
Like late 20s. Uh,
Okay, so only slightly older than Yumi.
how? Yeah, I made her 26.
Yeah, Yumi's 22.
Nice. Uh, freaking college kid over here. Go back to college, girl. You're a college girl. Yeah, but you can. This dog is just like rambling while trying to put the thing back in. It's just a whole mess. Um, I think it's just that kind of thing where she's like talking, but like it's not really descriptive. It's kind of, a slight amount of venting because goodness gracious, she has been repairing this like 3 times already. Why won't the spring stay in? Um, but I don't think she like has much to say. So after a while, it's just like quietly repairing it until it stays.
Mm-hmm.
She checks the movement of the foot just to make sure it stays in place. It does, at least for now. And she just like makes the biggest exhale there, like it makes her like shrink 2 centimeters. Uh, goodness, I need this done by tomorrow evening, or I have a client who is getting disattached for the first time. It's going to be a thing,
Hmm.
but I think it will hold at least until I can get them a model that's more fit for running and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I see.
Yeah,
I think Yumi will also like uh from time to time just like suggest like little like tweaks, like maybe use this and maybe it'll hold better.
Matilda, you can tell Matilda notes every time, so it is being noted in the freaking wasp hive that is her brain. Um, Goodness, the bees in there
The
sure are.
bees. The
The
bees.
bees. Uh, so yeah, basically, so when she finally freaking finishes and puts it away, she goes on to check this big clock on the wall. Alright, and you can see like, uh, okay, so the clock face is like very big, but you wouldn't have even noticed the clock because the thing is covered in sticky notes. And she's like basically checking. Okay, so like, I mean, in 10 minutes comes this, but maybe this. And she's like moving some of the sticky notes to like try to plan a schedule. It looks like an avant-garde piece of art, uh,
Goodness.
ready to fall off the wall any minute now. Uh,
Yumi
when
just
does
kind of
this?
squints at it, just like, how do you see anything?
I have a system. You see, and then she tries to explain the system. You have no idea what she's even talking about. It involves math and constellations and something else.
Uh,
You don't
uh,
understand.
uh-huh. Yeah, okay.
Uh, yeah, so she like picks up some of the notes and puts them on the other side of the clock, moves some other stuff forward, some other stuff back, some other stuff is just removed and falls to the ground, where there's already like a colorful pile of sticky notes. Some of it sticks to the underside of her paws as she walks, and she doesn't notice. Um,
Goodness. Yumi just
uh,
Yumi to herself is just like, I'm not that messy, am I?
are you, Yumi? Are you?
I think she's not. She's gonna just gonna to herself just like, I'm I'm better at being at cleaning up after myself, right? But the fact that she's unsure is very telling.
Gotta love it. Just gotta love it when you're freaking when you cannot keep your place clean because of projects.
Absolutely not.
We all know that feeling.
Yep.
It is a mess. Um, uh, freaking Matilda just like finishes planning things, and sticks some of the sticky notes on her forearm so she doesn't forget to do them in a moment. Uh, it's basically stuff with cleanup and like preparation of other machines. You begin to wonder when this woman has time to sleep. Don't worry about it.
I'm
Uh,
beginning to wonder if she does.
don't worry about it. But in all honesty, if she could avoid sleep, she so would.
Oh goodness.
Is that kind of person. Wait a moment. Sorry, that was my dad.
No worries.
Anyway. Uh, so yeah, Yumi, you wanna ask anything, do anything? I don't know what I can propose.
Mm, 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 mm. What do I want to ask? It's a good question. I'm not sure. My brain is also full of bees, but it's the kind that doesn't want to let me think.
Yeah, Matilda just like starts organizing the notes on her form into a schedule itself. Um, you can tell she does it a lot. And she just like, all right, you want so mm, all right, goodness, Matilda, give me words. My goodness. Uh, do you wanna start closing this or?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Matilda just like looks at her schedule and looks at her form with the sticky notes and just like, yeah, she has to get going in a moment. Well, I'd love to chat another time. Right now, I unfortunately have a few things I need to do before for later this evening. I have a client in about an hour and then 2 hours. Then I need to go get materials and stuff. She starts enumerating on her fingers and then on her freaking toast. Goodness. So how about we meet another time and I'll try to schedule so that we can talk a little longer, exchange more ideas and stuff.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah. She like extends a hand and it's like it's a deal then.
Yep, we're gonna also shake hands and yeah.
Yeah. You Matilda just like shakes her hand firmly, like joins it with the other hand, like heck yes. Um, all right. Well, do be careful on the way out. I think I dropped something. Look on the floor. Wouldn't want you to break your shoe or anything. Uh, and she will like carefully lead her through the mess back outside, uh, grabbing a broomstick on the way out so she can actually clean this place up.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Yumi's gotta
and
move out of the way to like not make any more mess.
So yeah, the door dings. The orchestra in the back comes back to life because that thing activates every time the door is open. Matilda did not think about the fact that she will also have to hear it every time someone exits. Uh, when
Yumi to
she
herself is like thinking like, God, I want to see how it's made. I want to disassemble this thing and see how it's from the inside.
the artificer equivalent of I want to study this like a bug.
Yeah.
See the pieces. Oh goodness. So yeah, Matilda leads you outside. Gives and just gives you a little wave, and she just takes a broom in her hands like she's about to fight, and trudges back inside. And you can already hear the sounds of mighty battle being waged against the mess that she has not cleaned up in 2 weeks.
How many things has she broken?
The number is certainly not in single digits anymore.
Yeah, I can just imagine it. It's just like a dust cloud battle, but inside the building.
Yes.
And
Yes,
it's
she's
like there's a cat's meow, there's broken glass, there's
yes,
all sort of
exactly.
sounds. There's like
You get my vision.
Yumi just kind of wonders, like, wait, you had a cat in there?
Toon logic, beloved.
The cat jumps out of the window.
You the cat jumps out of the window. Matilda leans out of it and like barks at it aggressively before realizing, wait, she's outside. Don't do that. And then she goes back inside.
It's like, and stay out.
And stay out, you flea covered. And then she like stops because oh goodness, people are watching. Don't do that. You have a smidge of a reputation. Save it.
A smidge, a little bit.
A sliver.
Wait at least a month before you completely destroy your reputation.
Yep.
Make people think you still have dignity.
Bold of you to assume I have dignity.
Am I ever had any dignity?
Oh goodness. But yeah, on the sounds of mighty battle being waged against her own mess. How did we get there?
How did we get here?
Uh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think Yumi is just gonna like leave her be and like just kind of walk off.
Yep.
We got things to do. Perhaps maybe
But
even a shop to look to maybe set up. She's thinking about it.
thinking in the Funko, in the Funko's fun, as they say.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have no idea what you said, but yeah.
I don't have an idea either.
Yippee!
Yippee. So,
But yeah, think we can close off here and thank you, future listeners for listening. Thank you, Liz, for being here with us. Thank you, Sharoo, for doing this FPS with me.
heck yes.
And yeah, we shall see you all in the next time. Bye bye.
Bye.